Fasting is a practice that dates back centuries and plays a central role in many cultures and religions. Most types of fastings are performed over 24 to 72 hours. However, there is another type of fasting which is focused on skipping 1 or 2 meals daily, called as intermittent fasting. In this video, we will cover all questions surrounding fasting, like what is fasting? How is fasting different from intermittent fasting? Fasting versus eating less. Different methods of fasting. Most ultimate benefits of fasting. What are the myths around it? Hello guys, and welcome to Target 100 Years. Through this channel, we are trying to start a movement to encourage all to lead a healthy lifestyle and try to live 100 long years of fitness and happiness. Let's get to know what exactly is fasting. Fasting is the full abstaining from eating for a period of time. Usually, a person is assumed to abstain from food for around 10 to 12 hours, which is the time gap between dinner and breakfast. However, fasting requires longer duration of restricting food intake. This therapy has links to many religious views as well. Like in Hinduism, fasting is a very integral part of the religion. Individuals observe different kinds of fasts based on personal belief and local customs, like fast on certain days of the month, such as Ekadasi, Pradha or Purnima. In Buddhism as well, the monks and nuns follow the rules of Vinaya, which commonly means not to eat every day after the noon meal. It was considered a disciplined routine aiding in meditation and good health. In Christianity, fasting is practiced in several Christian denominations and is done both collectively during certain seasons of the Christian calendar. If you look at the history, fasting has been used therapeutically since at least the 5th century BCE, when the Greek physician Hippocrates recommended self-restraint from food or drink for the patients who exhibited certain symptoms of illness. This theory can be backed by testimonial of the great Greek scholar Plato, who said, instead of using medicine, rather fast a day. He fasted for greater physical and mental efficiency. Even great physicians like Galen and Avicenna prescribed fasting therapy to their patients. Ayurveda and science on fasting. Fasting encourages digestive fire with exclusion of blockage in the channel, which helps in reducing of effects of any disease. Ayurveda fasting is a mixture of all these three. According to Ayurveda, the digestion is like a fire. If you dump too much fuel on the fire all at once, you will simply put out the fire. Fasting is a powerful approach to ignite the digestive fire, which leads to burning away all accumulated toxins which are saturated in the body and mind. It likewise wipes out gas with enhancing mental clarity of fasting individual, which leads to better health. From a scientific perspective, fasting has been considered an effective way for weight loss and clearing out toxins from the body. A good detox or cleansing program assists your body to get rid of old sludge accumulated in your intestines over the years. It gives a good rest to your organs, especially your overworked digestive system. In context of weight loss, people who are overweight have large quantities of insulin floating in their body, which not only converts the excess glucose into fat, but also holds the fat in place. Insulin inhibits the functioning of hormone-sensitive lipase, a hormone whose main work is to burn the stored fat for energy. This hormone also plays a vital role in burning off the fat surrounding the liver. How is fasting different from intermittent fasting? While traditional fasting means not eating for a few days in a row, whereas intermittent fasting is done by skipping few meals daily. This means that a conscious effort is made to eat only at certain times of the day. Once the window or time frame that you have chosen to eat has passed, then no meals should be consumed. Intermittent fasting is further defined by the intervals in which you skip your meal and eat. More details on them later in the video. Coming to what are the benefits of intermittent fasting. There are also long-lasting benefits of intermittent fasting, like healing the body. Fasting allows a deep physiological rest to the digestive organs, and the energy saved goes into self-healing and self-repairing. If we look at fasting at a cellular level, the body goes in the phase of autophagy. The term autophagy literally means self-eating. It is the body's way of clearing out damaged cells in order to regenerate newer, healthier cells. It is an evolutionary self-preservation mechanism through which the body can remove the dysfunctional cells and recycle parts of them towards cellular repair and cleaning. This process removes toxic proteins from the cells that are attributed to neurodegenerative diseases such as Parkinson's and Alzheimer's disease. It recycles residual proteins, providing energy and building blocks for cells that could still benefit from repair. In other words, it prompts regeneration of healthy cells. Autophagy is getting a lot of attention as it has proven a major role in treating and preventing cancer. As it is a fact that cancer always starts from some sort of defective cells, and doctors believe that the body is capable of recognizing and removing those cells using autophagy process. In order to reach this state, doctors recommend to extend the fasting for at least 2 to 3 days to trigger autophagy. It is recommended to do this process at least once a month. A Harvard study published that fasting can increase lifespan, slow aging, and improve health by altering the activity of mitochondrial networks inside our cells. Mitochondria are like tiny power plants inside our cells. Changing shapes of mitochondrial networks can affect longevity and lifespan. But more importantly, the study illustrates how fasting manipulates those mitochondrial networks to keep them in a youthful state. Inside cells, mitochondrial networks generally alternate between two states: fused and fragmented. It is found that restricted diets promotes hemostasis in mitochondrial networks, allowing for a healthy plasticity network between these fused and fragmented states, thus enhancing the mitochondrial coordination. Intermittent fasting not only removes obstructions and helps the body to heal itself, but it also rejuvenates and is proven to be life-extending. These resulting benefits can have long-lasting effects in your mental and emotional health, which can lead to extended longevity of a human body. Scientists have discovered that fasting increases ketone levels more. Well, ketogenic diets can increase the amount of ketones, but intermittent fasting increases them tenfolds. Fasting and ketosis have been a key to our survival from the beginning. And fasting has helped our ancient ancestors survive through bouts of starvation and stay free from disease suffered in the modern world. If we look at the life of ancestors and compare it to our normal day routine, there is a big difference in the eating pattern. But we regularly follow the 3-meal diet plan from the day we are born. Our body internals need some rest to process the food and excrete it through different channels like sweat, urine, and stool. Even before complete digestion of one meal, it's time for another. Look at it this way: fruits and vegetables take 2 to 3 hours to digest. Grains take at least 18 hours to digest, and meat takes well over 1 day. So the food we are consuming is not even getting fully absorbed by our body. But it also puts a lot of pressure on our digestive system by overworking it. The Sattvic way of lifestyle states our body has limited energy which can be used to perform either of the two activities: to digest food or use the power to heal the body. As long as we utilize our energy in digesting food, it can't heal the body. By limiting the time we eat food, more of our energy would be used for healing purposes. With so many benefits, now how to start intermittent fasting? It is advised that if you're new to this, you should try the 14-10 method, meaning you have to consume all your necessary calories in the 10-hour window only, and not consume any sort of calories in the next 14 hours. This would generally mean you have dinner by 8 p.m. and have breakfast not before 10 a.m. During the meals, it is important to eat normal diet with adequate nutrients like proteins, vitamins, minerals, and fats for the body. The next level for you to achieve is the 16-8 method, meaning if you took your dinner at 8 p.m., then you should take your next meal at noon the next day. This is manageable for most of the office-going people. However, if you want to stretch it more, try using the 20-4 rule, meaning take all your calories in the 4-hour window only and eat nothing in the next 20 hours. This is the most optimized way of fasting and benefits the most. The good thing about intermittent fasting is its schedule flexibility. You can mold the eating window according to your need during traveling, weekends, or even occasions. Alternate day fasting is also a form of intermittent fasting that involves eating less than 500 calories every other day or more. Strictly, fasting for 36 hours followed by 12 hours of eating normally every 2 days. A small number of clinical trials have shown this form of intermittent fasting to promote weight loss and metabolic health, mostly among overweight people. A new clinical trial suggests that many healthy adults can benefit from alternate day fasting. However, this form of fasting is only advised to those who have prior experience in fasting. As promised, let's bust some myths surrounding fasting. Can intermittent fasting make you weak? No, fasting does not make you weak. However, during initial few days you may feel a little lethargic, given your body is habitual to a certain amount of calories during the day. But energy levels start going up after a few days of practice. But it is important to eat healthy and consume enough calories in the meals. Drink of water. And choosing the right plan according to your need is important, meaning if you are a working professional or an athlete, you should try making a meal plan accordingly. Consuming only high-calorie food without appropriate nutrients may lead to nutrient deficiency in the long run. This diet, however, may not be recommended for women who are pregnant or breastfeeding and those who have a history of an eating disorder. Is hunger a type of pain or body's response for quick energy? Let's understand the science behind it. Our body can adapt to our usual eating schedule, meaning it knows when it's time to eat and when it's not. This is possible due to the secretion of ghrelin, a hormone that tells our body it's time to eat. A study shows that the time when people have gone longest without food, meaning early in the morning, their ghrelin level was the lowest. The ghrelin level rose at their normal eating times, like during lunch, dinner and breakfast, and it fell back down even when they didn't eat anything. So when you start fasting, it is important to know that hunger will arise, which will be uncomfortable, but it will come and go. Another hormone is leptin, which is a satiating or satisfactory hormone that signals the brain when the stomach is full. The composition of food you eat hugely affects the functioning of leptin, which means consuming alcohol, processed carbs or foods rich in trans fats can affect the functioning of leptin. Because of this, the brain is unable to read the signal, thus keeping you more hungry than usual. Can I have cleansing liquids during the fasting period? In simple words, yes. You can consume zero or low-calorie drinks like water, lemon juice, black tea or black coffee. Cleansing fluids during fasting like white pumpkin juice or white peta juice, which is highly nutritious, particularly in vitamin A, is high in antioxidants, which can reduce the risk of chronic disease. And most importantly, it promotes weight loss. And having it while fasting is most beneficial. Drinking coconut water while fasting can help in many ways. It contains lauric acid, which boosts immunity and kickstarts your metabolism, facilitating weight loss. It is also and it fights fatigue and exhaustion. You can also give a shot at neem water during fasting. It has several health benefits, especially in boosting your immunity, keeping your blood sugar stable, and it is most beneficial for people struggling with diabetes. Does fasting affect the functioning of the brain? No, it will not affect the functioning of the brain. Some people claim that eating carbs every few hours is important, or else the brain will stop functioning. It is totally untrue. It is based on the belief that the brain can only rely on glucose for fuel. Several studies have shown that when the body is on long-term fasting or on low-carb diet, it produces ketones from the body's dietary fats. Ketones can feed your brain, reducing the need of glucose significantly. If you have liked our video, like and share with your friends and family. Subscribe to our channel Target 100 Years and click on the bell icon and never miss an update. Do provide comments. Also tell us which other topics you want to see and we will prepare a well-researched video for you. Stay tuned for our next video. Till then, goodbye.